Hey, what's up guys? This is the dog LunarHound, and well, it's time for an announcement video. Yes, there are going to be some changes around here. Um, First of all, I'm changing the whole idea behind my channel. Instead of doing, modern games, that sort of thing, instead, we're going to go somewhat retro. Now, I say somewhat retro because we're going to the PlayStation 2. And the reason why we're going to the PlayStation 2 is because I grew up on the PlayStation 2. Sure, I had an NES before that, but the main system that I remember playing as a kid was the PlayStation 2, and I absolutely adored the PlayStation 2. It's where I played my first first-person shooter. It's where I found my favorite game series of all time, Ratchet and Clank. And it just had a lot of fun games for me personally. So, as you know, I've already done a Let's Play of Star Wars Battlefront 2 with Final Rendition, and then I've also started one of Lego Star Wars, which I'm not sure if we're going to complete or whatever. But I think that it's just gonna be myself and Final Rendition, and we're just gonna do all PS2 content. So, unfortunately, if you don't like seeing things in SD, well, this is going to be disappointing for you because everything is going to be in SD, unfortunately, because that's all that the PlayStation 2 is capable of. HD wasn't around yet. So, anyway, here's what I'm thinking of different types of videos that we're going to have. So, of course, we're going to have the dual Let's Plays that we've already had. And they're going to be of any game. Of course, they have to be games that can be played for two players. Or we might do something where, like, if it's a solo game, we also will just like switch off every so often, or like switch off every episode, or something like that. So we're gonna do lots of Let's Plays because that's really all that you can do with the PlayStation 2. There's no like online. There's not really any online feature for the PlayStation 2. Or at least if there was, no one would be playing it because it's PlayStation 2. Nobody plays that anymore. And then the next topic, or the next video type that we do is we'd be doing game overviews. Now, these are slightly different than game reviews. Of course, they're going to be very similar to game reviews, but these are mostly for games that we feel are too long, or this might apply to a lot of one-player campaign games. Just games that are too long to be played by us, or games that are too mundane to be a Let's Play. Because they're just so repetitive, like a game like Ratchet Deadlocked. Like, we wouldn't do a Let's Play of that. We'd do an overview of that and say why we dislike it as fans of the Ratchet and Clank series. But we wouldn't do a Let's Play of it because it would be too boring for YouTube. And then the next video type that I was thinking about was shitty games. The PlayStation 2, like any console, had plenty of shitty games, and I'm pretty sure I own quite a few games that were just bad. So, we're gonna go over some shitty games. We're gonna explain why we think that they're shitty, and we're gonna explain why, what they could have improved on, that sort of thing. And then, of course, the final video topic would be my favorites. The games that I absolutely adored when PlayStation 2 was the only game system that I played. So that would be games like Ratchet and Clank, Tony Hawk. I can't think of any other ones at the moment, but those type of games, because I adored those games. So that's what I'm thinking that I'm going to do with this channel. If you subscribe for Call of Duty videos, I'd like to say, well, first of all, if you subscribe for Call of Duty videos, you should have unsubscribed a while ago, because I'm not doing Call of Duty anymore. And then also, if subscribe for something else, I don't know what else you would have subscribed for, but just give us a chance, because I think that Final Rendition and I can really put out some decent content for the PlayStation 2, and I think that it's going to be really fun. It's going to be a fun trip back into the retro years, for me at least. My younger years. I guess it is 10 years old. It is that's how old the PlayStation 2 is. So I mean that is technically retro. It's a very young retro, but it's right in the middle there, somewhere where I don't think has been covered a lot on YouTube, because like people go way back to like the N64 or actually that's concurrent with the PS2. Bad example. They go way back to like the SNES and the NES. Those like they go way back, but nobody covers like the middle ground, like the last generation. So that would be your GameCube, your PlayStation 2, your Xbox. So that's the sort of thing. And also, this is a secret at the moment, but maybe we'll also do GameCube, because I have a GameCube as well. Maybe. So yeah, anyway guys, if you have any suggestions for different content that you'd like to see, game suggestions that you think we should play, I can't guarantee that any of them will come true, because I am on a very small budget, because I have no job right now, and finding a job this late in the summer is difficult, to say the least. But hopefully my money troubles will alleviate a bit if this new idea for the channel kicks off. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. Anyway, so yeah, keep an eye on your sub box for new videos from me, and Final Edition of course as well. And stay subscribed until you think that you can enjoy this content. Don't judge a book by its cover. So yeah, anyway guys, keep howling at the moon, and I'll talk to you guys another time.